Schwartz here with Marty Music. Gonna break down American Woman. We're gonna do the Lenny Kravitz version, and then after that I'll show you some of that Guess Who stuff, those licks, everything. Also, thanks for supporting Marty Music. I've got some free courses for you when you sign my newsletter at my website. The link is in the first comment down there. Really appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. Thank you. Let's break it down. All right, let's get into this Lenny Kravitz version right now. We're gonna play a C power chord, which is the 3rd fret A string, 5th on the D, 5th on the G, and the main riff that happens more than any other in the song, because there's some variations that I'll show you, but here's the main riff that's played the most. It goes the first power chord, da 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 da. Okay. Da 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 da, and that rhythm's different than the original Guess Who version. Da 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 da. So the second rhythm strum is, first one is a ba da da. So they're just a little different from each other, and then there's little fills, single note fills in between. So the first one is, and there's some chucking, some muting going on, but let's learn the lick. It's, so I'm hammering from the 1st to the 3rd on the E string, and then the 1st fret A string. I'm using my index and pinky. You could use your ring finger. Ba-da-da. Then da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you have another fill, which is part of the C minor pentatonic. It's a little trill between the 6th and 4th fret on the B string. So that is planted on the 4th, and I'm picking and hammering on, pulling off really quick on that 6th fret. See, and then there's some chucking that I'll show you, but in between. And so if you think of underneath, that's the rhythm that's going to be doing the chucking. So And so then the next thing that happens is just the beat without the guitar and bass and the vocals. Then it's going to come back in again. But one thing I want to point out, the thing that's weird is I taught you the rhythm. So that second one, da 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 da, the very first riff, the very first part of the song, it just does that twice instead of this pattern I'm showing you. So only in the intro it goes. And then from there it's. Like that. All right, so here's a variation. We're gonna do a power chord on the 1st fret A string root and quickly slide up to the 3rd fret. So ba-da, then bum bum. So the rhythm is. Ba-da, ba-ba, ba-da, ba-ba. And you throw one of those in there, ba-da-da. So you put that all together. So for the guitar solo, it just moves down a half step. So you'd be playing it instead of C, you'd be playing it in B, and the little lick now is 0, 2, and 0, 2 on the E and A strings like this. And so that little lick would be between the 3 and the 5, and you got O to O. Then it goes right back up to C. So another little tidbit to pay attention to is when they basically cut the first half of the riff out for some vocals near the end. So, nothing, and then that kind of thing. So pay attention to that, and then you will be good to go. But I don't want to leave without talking about the Guess Who version, which is in the key of E. And there's 2 specific guitar parts going on in that riff. And want to think of it this way. Which, it's a totally different thing now, but we're in the key of E, so we have this little box, which is the 7th on the E, 5, 7. But that's not what really is going on, but it's close. So you can do it, there's a few different ways I was thinking about doing it, but I think this is going to be the best way. One guitar doing a power chord on B. And then down a whole step, then back up. So. But one of the guitars doesn't do it every single time. It has this little blues thing in there, which is the 10th fret A string. So. And then you have this E major chord. And so if you take this E major chord and just bar it and take your ring finger off, you get that kind of vibe. So you can do. All right, while we're here, I'll teach you that lick from the Guess Who version. I'm using the neck pickup and some overdrive. So I'm starting on the 9, which is the root. 9, 11, 13, 13, 14, 16. Now I'm in the kind of E zone here, the E 12th fret root. So next we're doing 15 on the B, and then the root here, which is 14 on the D, then 12 on the G, 13. So. Then we're doing root on the 12 of the high E, 12 on the B, 14, 15. All right, there it was. Thanks again for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, I really appreciate you clicking that bell button next to subscribe, wherever it is. I really appreciate that. You can also request tunes in the comments below and all that. Like, share, subscribe. It's always appreciated. Anyway, thanks again. See you real soon.